Hey, everybody. Here we are. It's Wednesday, I think.
Hello, welcome everybody from me too. So let's see. Today it's Babalu.
It's
With our
Babalu.
topic.
The Babalu.
There he is. Starting out with Bob being a good boy.
We might upset someone or a few people, though. Cecil won't be out here. He's been tearing up Lorelei's feathers quite a bit. So today he'll come in later. I can't actually put her out with KK. I'm going to work on doing that. If I can get her out with KK, then I can have Cecil out. But right now, Cecil's on team 2.
Yeah.
As you can see how he's chewed up some of her feathers on her back. And I think he's chewing off the coverts on her chest. And that's not, I can't tell that though, because, well, when I sweep up, I find little coverts down there. So there's one down there. So it's probably what he's doing. Yeah, captivity is especially hard on them, unfortunately. Right, Bob?
But we are all happy to have Bob here and talk today a little bit about our super Triton. So let's welcome Jocelyn Trickle, who was the first in chat. She was even there before me. So welcome, Jocelyn. Good to have you. Then Buktia Shah is here. Welcome, Buktia. Saying, beautiful family, love you so much. Oh, thank you for that. We are so happy to have such a great flock of supporters who always come and chat with us and are interested in the birds and how they are doing.
Hi, Calvin.
Hello, Calvin. Oh, I think this episode is especially for Calvin since he owns a Triton as well.
Well, you mean the Triton owns him?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know how Tritons are. They end up owning you, don't you, Bob?
But it's nice to have a Triton around. They care for you.
Yeah, Bob keeps this one. He managed to break one.
Bob? There's Bob.
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Darn it.
Yeah, we can hear you. There was just 1 second or so the picture gone, but we can hear you fine.
All right. I'm going to try to get the audio back. Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3.
I can hear you. I was just AFK. You're still there.
Okay, I'm checking because I got a phone call in, and I forgot to put on the focus that turns that off. So when that happens, I generally go away.
Nope, not this time.
Good. I don't have to send Tim Cook another nasty letter. He's really screwed up the phone so that it does all kinds of strange things.
I think Eleanor suggested this, but I think the best solution is just to send Pippa over to the Apple building.
Yeah, Pippa would definitely have a few words with him. Yeah. Poor Lorelei. She's such a mess. We got to put Lorelei up. She's, whoops. Come on. I'm having trouble getting the screen to come up. Come here, Lorelai. Come here. She doesn't want to show
The
herself off.
wallfly.
She's chewed up her chest area, and she's on almost as much as sugar now, trying to get that under
Mm,
control. But I think it's actually Cecil doing most of the damage. So I don't see any
mm.
feathers in her cage.
Yeah, then
Poor
it's
girl.
better to keep them a little bit apart.
Yeah, we'll give it a month of separation and see what happens. If she looks good, we'll just
Mm.
keep it that way. It's not going to be.
Babalu.
He's not going to be happy, and I'm sure he's going to be pooping on me a lot. But
Yep.
Bob, be nice. Be nice. Be
He's such
gentle.
a beautiful Triton boy.
Preening his teacher, the one who taught him to preen.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, Lorelai is a little bit like his little sister.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, it was just Chloe and Lorelai when he came. He came the same day that Snowball did. But
I know when you were cast out by an African Grey.
yes, I miss Murray. She was quite that character. Hey, gently, gently, Bob.
Mhm. Bob.
The Babalu. To be gentle, don't you start putting that foot out. Once he starts putting his foot out, you have to watch him. Are you done? Are you done? Okay. If you're done, you're done. That's fine. Lorelai, he's done. You gonna be good? No, you're not. Okay. Sorry, Lorelai, he's done. I know you want more, but he's done. You're not pink, so you can't keep demanding.
Mm. Maybe
Right,
one day the
Lorelai?
pinks will learn to train. So welcome, Eleanor.
Hi, Eleanor. Yeah, well, it's been about 10 years Bob's been sitting on the edge of a prolapse. I have to clean him up, spray him with birdie soap and clean up his tail area, but he hasn't prolapsed yet. He's probably got a record because generally they'll go like that for maybe a year and then they'll prolapse. He's been sewn up 6 or 7 times. I don't remember exactly how many times, but it doesn't seem like he even needs that now. He just keep feeding him enough water. One thing that's really helped with Bob is a Lixit bottle. I got 12 of them, one for each bird, so they'd have emergency water and kind of learn to hi Bob, kind of learn to drink out of that. Well, the only one who's actually drinking much is Bob, and he'll drink about a full bottle in 2 days. That's good for him because it keeps everything coming out. I wish I could get the other birds to do it. They seem to know how, but they just don't seem to want to. Are you going, Bob? You cause some trouble somewhere? He's under the chair. There he is. Hi, Bob.
So welcome, Leonie. Wants to know if Bob is an Australian bird.
Off the coast of Australia, Christmas Island. He's not a greater sulfur. He's a Triton. So, hi, Bob. Ah.
Mm.
Known to be somewhat crazier than the graders. You won't see too many graders. You're not allowed to export them from Australia, so well, you can try if you don't mind going to jail for a while. They're pretty tough on that, which is good. They like to leave them in the wild, right, Lorelei? And you can't get much wilder than the Tritons. Not common as a companion bird in the United States or anywhere else, but they more common than you'd find a grader. Hi, Bob. Hi, Falcon Zoo. Hello. Yep, he's in the bucket. Silly boy. Oh, are you going to complain again up there, Sugar? You didn't get enough big petting earlier? So when I first got him
Sugar
was when I
shows
was just
just for the right time because I just posted our Giving Tuesday campaign. Sugar, this year you are the role model for the sanctuary because your story is a little, yeah, the theme of what's going on in the sanctuary because Don more or less specialized on feather destructive behavior, and in its worst form, you can see it with Sugar. You might not see it now because she's fully feathered and beautiful, but she wasn't always that way. She's had a long way come, and when she came to the sanctuary, she looked quite different and was completely messed up. So you can read more on the link I posted, and if you like to support us, we would appreciate that. So thank you very much for being here. Right, Shuki? Shuki says hi, and thank you to all the people who have already donated. Thank you so much out there.
yeah.
Who's the
Thank
other
you so
one who
much.
is staring into the camera?
That's a
That's Robert.
snowball. That's a
A
snowball.
snowball. Yeah,
Cecil isn't
he
out here
likes
just
to ping
talking.
people. Oh,
He's,
Don, can you let Eleanor in? She's in the StreamYard. So I
oh,
think you have to make her. Um, oh, there she is. Excellent.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. Hey,
Yay!
Eleanor.
Hello, I finally made it.
hi,
Yeah, we have to
Eleanor.
thank you.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. I'm sitting here with my little eggie who's getting fed right now. So if you hear
Oh,
any
the
little
sunny
squeaks,
egg.
yeah, if you hear any squeaks or huffing and puffing, then that's probably her.
Mhm. But we can all blame it on the birds.
Yep, they're much noisier than she could ever be.
Yep. Well, we want to thank everybody for the donations yesterday. It's really helped. And we have a little thank you video when someone donates now, so I'll see if I can play that.
Well, hold on, you need someone to donate first.
That's for everybody who donated yesterday. So we got quite a
That's
few
probably the
donations.
best thank you video I've ever seen.
Crazy birds.
I think Sugar's voice is so cute when she goes, "Hi."
Oh yeah. It's just such a goofy, high pitched voice you would never imagine from Sugar.
Yeah, catching that was one of the most difficult things I ever did. And the built-in app for videoing on the iPhone is defective in my opinion because it doesn't give you any audible tone when you're recording. So there were many times where I quickly went up to record I knew she was going to talk, and then I look over and it didn't do it. So, oh, thank you, Eleanor.
It says wait for it. I was going to send it, and then you play the video, but you were too quick.
Well, but because you did that, then I have to play it again, right? Let's see.
Hi.
Yeah, went a long time. Thank you, Eleanor. I went a long time before I was able to capture that. So, right, Bob?
Dawn, there's a little question by Falcon Zoo. Shall I highlight it?
Oh, yeah, she recovered from that. She wasn't too happy about being brought in for that. Not part of her usual routine, so it's good to break her out of her routine a bit. But
it was too cute when she dropped her toy and make a fuss until you realized, oh, she dropped it and put it on again.
Silly girl. Yeah, this one, when I got him from the same place that Romeo and Lucy came from, but he was the first one I got from there, and he was, well, at the time we were also doing fostering, so I went to a foster home that lasted one day, and then the foster parent calls me up and says, he's just too noisy. I'm gonna use it. So I had to take him back to the animal hospital temporarily, and then I had to soundproof the place we were living in. So I got all that done, then I brought him in about a week later.
And it's not easy soundproofing a place against cockatoos, particularly Tritons.
No, you have to buy this special soundproofing material and hang it from the walls. It was really something else. And then when I got all that done and it worked, I mean, people would complain more if I tried to use my stepping machine than if I from them, because the stepping machine would make vibrations through the floor. So these guys didn't do that.
I'm practicing for your Everest climb.
Pretty much. He was funny when I first brought him in. He was just into everything, and he liked Chloe, so he'd hang out with Chloe, and he liked Lorelai, and he got along with Snowball. He could get along with everybody, but he liked to do a lot of. I'd give him a big piece of wood. I had one. He made quite an artistic big S out of a piece of wood. The hardest thing that I had to deal with was getting him not to play with dried poop, because that's about the only thing he had to play when he was at that animal hospital. Oh, they had toys in the cage, but they weren't real toys. They were Christmas tree and with Christmas ornaments. You know, the toys that you can't actually destroy, so the birds don't play with them. But when somebody looks in the cage, they go, "Oh, they've got toys," because they don't know any better. That's what he had. So he still does it. I have to try to make sure that I get all the dried poop out of an area, because he'll play with it.
It's terrible that an animal hospital doesn't know any better.
Well, they probably knew better, but they didn't care. That's the thing.
Well, that's the worst.
Yeah. Oh, they did that with Lucy, too. She would have the feathers on her chest if they had given her medicine, but, $50, and I'd actually have to have one of our employees go in there twice a day and spend a minute in their room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. No sugar.
Ooh.
I know. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. What you doing up there, huh? You big cutie pie.
That's a cute girl.
Hi, Snowball. You want some petting too, huh? See, Cecil isn't in here, so Snowball's coming over because Cecil harasses
Ah,
Snowball.
it's always interesting to see what is the actual inhibitor for some behavior. So obviously for Snowball, it's Cecil, which
Yeah.
inhibits him from coming over.
Because you'd think Snowball and Cecil would get along, but they only seem to get along sometimes.
Well, as long as he hasn't got a toy in his beak. Are you sure, Bob? If he doesn't have a toy in his beak and he hasn't just been chasing birds, Bob, Bob, hey, 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 what are you yelling at? What are you yelling at? Sugar, are you going to climb back on my shoulder or what? What do you see, Bob? You see something.
Maybe his doggy friend came out.
He wasn't barking, though. He was yelling, so
Mm.
probably a person.
Maybe he's yelling to the dog person to let the dog out.
Who let the
Maybe.
dogs out?
Dogs
Oof,
out.
oof,
Oof, oof, oof.
oof.
Bob's the one that taught me not to let bites bother me anymore. That's when Lorelai came. He was chasing Lorelai. Lorelai used to taunt him. So as a baby, she would taunt him. So he was trying to catch her, but he hadn't grown his primary feathers all the way back yet because that place he was at, they used to trim their feathers. So instead of being able to fly up to go after her, he ended up grabbing me in the middle of my back with his beak. And I couldn't reach him, so I just had to kind of find a spot and bend down and so that he could get off me and wait until he got off my back. And at that point, it's just like, okay, well, these things are going to happen.
Well, I have a question about Lorelai, Don.
Hmm.
Is she more or less of a minx now that she's grown up in comparison with when she was a baby?
It's different. Um, when she was younger, she would go after buttons and zippers all the time. She does that less now. She was especially good at taking the earpieces out of your ear. She's sitting on my shoulder right now, and she hasn't done that. I shouldn't say that though. That's asking for trouble.
Or she's just waiting until you're not paying attention.
She also
Um,
chewed up all your t-shirts.
she's more likely to get into trouble with other birds around. Uh, in the socialization room, a good example is if Cecil is in there and KK's in there. At some point, she's going to go after one of the two. Doesn't matter. She'll go after one of them. Like she's going to attack them. And if I try to stop her, that's when she bites me. And if she bites me, it's usually on the middle finger of my left hand because that's the one I usually throw out there first because your right hand, I'm right-handed, so I use my right hand more. So I throw my left out there. It's automatic, right? But she gets me good too. So at this point, I don't put her in a situation where she's with the two boys. But she's more likely to cause trouble when there's male umbrellas running around. Um, this is another one in the socialization room. If he's in there, if she goes after him, if I try to stop her, then she's going to bite me. Again, that's it's defensive territoriality. She's defending her territory, and I'm trying to stop her, so my hand's in the way. She won't bite me any other time. Will you, Lorelai? Will you, baby? And this one, he tries, what Bob will try to do is he'll try to get to something that I don't want him to mess with. So I do my best not to give him any ideas about. Once he figures out I don't want him tearing his main perch up in his cage, that's where he's going to go. So right now, to keep him from trying to eat the bottom of his cage or get back to the bar that he broke, so he could break it completely off, which would take him a while, I have a piece 2x4 over it, and then on the 2x4 I have these. They're actually used in plumbing and electrical when you're trying to protect a stud so that someone won't drill through it, that kind of thing. That's what I have attached. And then I'll try to put another piece of wood and wire it on there so he has something he can play with, because he knows I don't want him. Well, let's put it this way. He has figured out that there are certain things that will get attention from me. So that's what he's going to do. Right, Bob?
Bob.
I think what he actually wants is the attention. Because you didn't get much of it, did you, Bob? There he goes, in the bucket.
Tritons love attention.
So it's not so much that he's trying to mess with me as he's trying to get my attention. So in the morning when I come out to give medicine, the first one that gets medicine is Romeo. But I have to say hello to Bob as I'm coming in, even though he's not actually in that part of the room. If I don't say hello to Bob, then Bob gets crazy and he'll start trying to destroy things in his cage to get my attention. It's the same at night. I have to say good night to him first. If I try to say good night to the other birds, he'll start climbing up and down in his cage. And I don't think I actually have a video of that sound. It's hard to catch. He flaps his wings and he bounces up and down and he goes, rah, 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 rah. He does that. You're supposed to say good night to me first.
He's a bucket
Right,
diver.
Bob? Yeah. They just use one nail to hold themselves up. Bob and Cecil.
That's so funny, yeah. Babalu.
See, if you were truly evil, you could just reach over there and bink, knock that. I wouldn't do that, but that's what Bob would know I did it, and he would definitely give me a few words. I wouldn't do it to him, but he can get out of the bucket. It's no problem. If you put him in the bucket, he's out, and he doesn't want to be in there. He's out in 5 seconds. So, right, Bob? Snowball. Hi, Snowball. Hi, Snowball. He's funny when you're trying to put things in his cage too. At night, when I put in his evening dry food, I open the door so I don't, because I have a clamp. I have to clamp the one door because he will fight to get that the one swing door for his food. He'll fight to try to get that off there. Once in a while, he'll manage it. So I have a clamp on there. I have to remove the clamp, and when I move the clamp over, then he grabs it and he tries to throw it around. It's a big steel clamp, but he tries to throw it around. So it's actually easier to just take a measuring cup, put his food in it, and drop it in by opening the front door. But when you do that, he'll slide down on the door and try to get right in your face. Not to do anything, just to be in your face. He's an up close and personal bird. Right, Bob? Not right now, I'm not. Hi, Snowball. Yeah, it was about almost 11 years ago when he started prolapsing, and talked to Dr. Jenkins, and basically lack of exercise. Well, you can't do anything about that. They'd have to be able to fly a lot, and no way I can get that done. But the other side of it is not enough liquid in their diet, so he's definitely got enough liquid now, and drinking out of that Lixit bottle is helping. But you still have to clean him up. And I tried not, if there's, like today, I did not actually clean him up because I don't like putting the soap on his skin every day, even though it's supposed to be okay for them. So if he doesn't have a mess there, I will go a day or two, depending on how it looks. Because it only takes 5 minutes to clean him up, so it's not a big deal. But who knows how that soap would affect him over time, right, Bob? Actually, today he looks pretty clean. So
I sent Lucy some virtual popcorn over. So do I now to get to see the video?
yes, you do. Thank you. Thank you for the super sticker. Let's see.
Oh, thank you. It's just too cute.
Thank you.
I wish
I
I
had
had
fun.
that energy Amanda has in that video in the morning.
I had fun putting that together, looking at it because I knew kind of what I wanted, and I've got tons of videos. I just went looking for specific ones that I knew. Hi, Lorelai. Hi, baby. Hi, Lorelai. You're a nut. You're a nut. You know you're a nut. I think she actually prefers it when Cecil isn't out here because she just kind of hangs out and can relax and sit on me and fly around and look at what she wants and doesn't have to worry about him chasing her all over the place. Right, Lorelai? Hmm? Well, you have anything to say? Can you say hi, baby girl? Hi, baby girl. Bob's phrases, he says bye or goodbye. He says bye when people leave. Sometimes he says bye to things I can't see, but he's always looking at something when he says it. He says good morning, Bob. Bob. He says what you doing? He says hi. He's got two different voices. He has a 11-year-old girl's voice. I met the girl, so I know it's her voice. And then he has his deeper voice and his
So he has
cynical
a
laugh.
girl and a boy voice.
His cynical laugh.
Mm. He
It
can
fits
give
him though,
kisses.
because yes, he gives kisses and he says kisses.
Kisses?
Of course, you actually don't want to kiss a bird, so we have nasty
No,
things. Mammals are nasty, so when it
but one
comes
can
to
throw kisses over.
Bob, you're being a bucket boy. Hi, Lorelai. What? What, Laura? Oh, Snowball got up on my shoulder. That's why you're down here. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I have to show you guys this. This is she crawled down on my chest, and I didn't. Whoops, didn't realize why she was doing that. So the camera takes a few seconds to change. She was sitting on my shoulder, and then somebody snuck up on her. So that's the Snowball. Sneaking Snowball. Right, Lorelai? Is he a sneak? Is he a sneak? Hmm. You get up on the shoulder, huh, Snowball? He's a character. You can take him out to places, and he'll be nice to kids and friendly to everybody. And you get somebody close to his cage, where he's territorial, and look out. He may talk to them sweetly, but if you put your fingers in there, he's gonna take them off. He doesn't do that to me, but my cage. Don't mess with me, right, Bob? He's so intense. He's looking out there. I'm looking for something. I can bark at her, yell at her. He is highly protective of me, though. He has several times has threatened other people when they make motions he doesn't like towards me. So, and he doesn't care how tall you are either. He's not a chicken when it comes about defending me, but in other situations you've probably seen him where he'll act all tough and he runs away. He doesn't run away if somebody's bothering me. Do you, Bob? And he does the Steve Jobs intense stare, where he'll stare at you, and then that's where you learn if you truly have bravery inside your body, or if you're just a piece of jelly, because he can stare you down. You got to stay up on my shoulder because you're going to bother her. Hey, Snowball. No, you're not going down there. You're going to stay on my shoulder. Babalu. What you doing up there, Shook Shook Bird? What's going on, Sugar? Want to come over and get some big pets? Hmm? You going to come over? Snowball, you have to stay on my shoulder now. I should have brought some cinnamon sticks out. He does amazing things with cinnamon sticks, that Babalu. Better out here because in his cage he drops them and they go through the bars and then he can't reach them. So Sugar Bird, Sugar the Bird. One thing he loves artichokes. You put just a tiny bit of mayonnaise on an artichoke, and then he eats the actual artichoke. He takes the inside the flesh out of the artichoke. He doesn't just eat the peanut.
Does he also love a good artichoke?
He likes the artichoke. He likes the artichoke hearts too.
I think you haven't got my joke.
No, I didn't.
Okay, I explain to you later.
Was it the arted joke?
Yeah. Some people love artichokes.
Arty joke.
Yeah. Need that kind of silly humor, but I think Babalu enjoys a good artichoke.
It's too
That
bad
was weird.
Bob didn't laugh, really.
Huh?
It's too bad Bob didn't laugh at the joke because it's funny when he laughs.
He didn't hear it
Yeah.
because you know what happens if he thinks there's people in the phone.
Attack.
Yep.
Attack, attack, attack.
Beware that the phone people start telling jokes.
That was strange. The first time I had an artichoke, and he kept staring at me because he'll do that while I'm eating. I thought, oh, once he tries this, that he won't want any. He ended eating half the heart of the artichoke that day, and he'll sit there he's done with it, and you go to get him another one. He'll sit there and tap the bars like, hurry up, I want more.
No, that's sweet.
What an odd thing for a cockatoo to like, artichokes. Yeah, you have to be careful what you offer because some things which are bad for them, but an artichoke is fine. It doesn't bother them at all. So, and a little bit of mayonnaise on it isn't going to bother him. So, but I figured, he'd go ick. He wouldn't like it. No. And then recently, Cecil, I thought I'd try to get Cecil not to like them. That didn't work. Cecil wants them now too. So I have to give Bob his and then go over and give Cecil some. Between the two of them, they can eat a whole artichoke. Right, Bob? Yep. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. Yeah, check out our calendar. It's cool. Amy did a great job on the calendar this year. Look at that face. Look at that face. That face on the calendar? It's on the calendar somewhere. Look at that face. That's the way she looks at me in the morning. Gets all those feathers out. Looks at me like that. You're supposed to pet me. Well, as far as artichokes go, I never shared my artichoke with anyone except Bob. Now it's with Bob and Cecil, but I would not give my artichoke heart away to anyone till Bob came along. It'd be different if he was just trying to eat the mayonnaise off it, but no, that's not what he's doing. He likes the actual flesh of the artichoke. So. Cool, Calvin. That's cool. You got your calendar coming. I need to order mine too. I don't have a calendar. I haven't ordered mine yet. There's a Bob face in there somewhere.
It is a Bob and a Pippa face. And a super cute Manda face and a Sugar playing.
Sugar doesn't play. Sugar says, I don't play. Not me.
Yes, she does. We've seen her and we've even taken photographic evidence.
Yesterday we even have watched her spider birding.
Yeah, you can't fool us anymore, Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
You had you all bamboozled for a while.
Bob is excellent and really active.
An animatronic.
Now you guys got to see what it's like when I take the birds out. It's like I have to walk through the bowling alley every time I take a bird outside and then walk back through the bowling alley. It's odd because, in this town, it's common and people live in trailers. They live in you can't, I mean, just about everything. You could set up anything you want in this town and live in it. No one cares, but you can't live on less than an acre. So
that's great.
It's perfect when you have birds. I was a little nervous because I'd never seen the place when we got it, and I'd seen pictures. That was it, and reports, from the house inspector and that kind of stuff. But it was nice to see that there was a pad out back where we could put the aviary. But the thing that never entered my mind is what kind of a walk it is to get outside.
Yeah, I wish we could build a hatch or something for you to post them through.
Oh, if we were rich, you could move the aviary down a little bit to the end here, just a little bit, or add another section to it because you can add sections to these, and then put a door out of the house. You could. Sorry, I didn't know that was the same spot. Bob, what are you doing? Are you? You can't. You're going to tell me you can't get out here? Well, come on.
Whee!
He wanted out. That's odd. You can get out of there. I've seen you do it.
Yeah, but
You just wanted
it's
you to
far
do it.
more exciting to go out like that. Swing over, hanging on a finger.
It's a
Yeah,
good
we'll
body.
see how many other people want to put their finger down and have Bob clamp onto it.
That's why it's a good trick.
Oh, when I did that at that animal hospital, when I put my finger down and he went to grab my finger, the looks of horror on people's faces. And I just picked him up and put him in my lap. I'm like, "What are you looking at?" Well, he bites. He doesn't bite me. He would if I were to shave. No question about that.
Yeah, you're never trying that again.
No, I'm stuck with a beard whether I want it or not.
Unless you buy a fake beard from a costume shop, but that might look even weirder to him.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had I bought one of those um, fake. It wasn't a whole beard, but it was Fu Manchu. But anyway, I bought one of those and then glued it on until I was able to grow my beard back, so he wouldn't, be, hey, gently up there, hey, no, Lorelei, leave him alone, Lorelei. Okay, Bob. She'll taunt him sometimes. That's her little taunting position there.
What a naughty girl.
Yeah, they couldn't believe I would put my finger down to pick him up, but he's gentle when he does that. Now, there are times if he's a really hyper, I wouldn't do it because he might not be able to control himself at those points if he's really freaked out, but he gets wound up sometimes, and you just better to have him step up on your hand rather than use the beak, but it's rare. Most of the time he's cool with it. Aren't you, Bob? All right, you two. Let's not get. No, Bob. Now you're causing trouble. Let's not do it. Bob. All right. I'll tickle you. There he goes. Yeah, he's a trip to take with you. You have to put him in an aviator harness, but you take him with you, and he gets along with everybody. He starts talking to them in that sweet little voice, like a 11-year-old girl, and he's friendly to everybody. And then when you're in the van and you're driving along, he's bouncing up and down and singing. He does crowd sounds too. He goes whoop and all that kind of stuff. But he's quite the dancer, especially when you're driving around. Aren't you, Bob?
Babalu.
He likes, it's funny, he dances best to Elvis Presley and Marilyn Manson.
What a combination.
Yeah.
I know. Bob, don't do it. Bob. Now, see, now he's trying to be a pest. Bob. Tap, tap, tap. Uh-huh. He does pretty well with some of uh, the Brothers Osborne songs, too. He does pretty well at the pawn shop. He likes a strong beat. He does a pretty good job with Rammstein as well, but it's not his favorite. But there are songs that have a good strong beat, so he will dance to them. You get
Does he
him
like
going with,
music?
huh?
Does he like nightclub music?
Uh, well, yeah, he likes some like industrial trance stuff. Um, like Lame Immortal from Germany. He likes that, and that's definitely dance hall stuff. He's a dancer. He has all the moves too. He does the shake. You've seen him shake his head. He'll shake his head from side to side. He'll bounce up and down. He'll go back and forth with his feet. Yeah, he'll do spin arounds. And he does all kinds of stuff when he dances. But
No.
it's
Pretty
hard to.
great.
It's hard to. My problem is I don't have a way to play music and use the phone at the same time. So right, Bob.
Babalu.
He's a character, that boy.
He's a sweetie, all right.
Yeah, he is, and he loves me. Whatever bird love is, he's got it for me. He's made it to me. Sometimes that can get in the way because he'll keep people. I should call the other birds people because they really are people in a way. They have, with all their personalities, but he'll keep the other birds away from me if he can. Not so much out here. He's got too much to do. But Bob.
Do cockatoos burp?
Not, no, I don't think so. At least I've
No.
never heard it.
Hmm.
They don't burp. They growl.
Hmm.
That's kind of funny when you hear them growling. Arr. If you make a growling, hey, be gentle. Be gentle. Nice. Bob. Babalu. No. Stop it. Bob.
Be
No.
nice. We only want good, well-behaved birds in this live stream.
He does the best he can. That's for sure. He's so much better out here. He's fine. I hate having him in the socialization room. When it starts to get really cold, then we'll be stuck in there. Or if we have bad air quality, the air quality's not that great today, but it's acceptable. We've been having good air quality for a while. A couple of days ago, I went to open the air at night because I forgot to do it during the day, and it smelled like a diesel, like diesel fumes everywhere. So I mean, I cracked the
Oh,
window, closed it, went out. Yeah, somebody had some work truck parked outside on the other side. They weren't on my side of the road, and they were sitting there doing something in the back of their truck. And diesels, they should be illegal anyway, because they're so polluting. But the whole area around here was just diesel fumes. I couldn't open the windows.
yuck.
When the wind's blowing, it's not so bad, because it'll just blow it away. But it had to be one of those days, like today, where the wind isn't blowing. Can't even see
Yeah.
the trees moving.
Beautiful, wide open sky.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, we had a little cloud cover. I was trying to look at the stars last night, walked outside for a bit, and it was like there were little pillows in the sky, evenly spaced. It was all alto cumulus, but you could see stars, in between, but it looked like somebody had done a patchwork quilt on the sky.
Oh, lovely.
It's rare to see that. We usually have just blue skies here, or a little bit of alto stratus, that kind of thing. But clouds at night, that's a rarity. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here, and thanks again for all the donations yesterday. It helped us get through the coming month, that's for sure. I don't know what it did for Bob. What are you doing down there, Bob?
He looks happy in there.
Thanks, Amy and Eleanor, for moderating.
And
You're
thank
going to
you,
come over
Bob,
and say,
for the stream.
I think that Sugar's coming over to say goodbye.
Oh, that's
Hi,
nice.
Jasmine. Oh, she's coming down to get on my shoulder, I think.
Ooh.
Hi, Jazz. The Jazzy bird. Is that what you're doing to get out now? Tapping the side of that? Do you want out? Is that what you want? You want out? No, you don't. Okay, you're just tapping for the fun of it. All right. I probably just taught him to tap the bucket to get out.
That sounds like Bob demonstrating ABA in its best. Needs just 2 minutes to teach Don something.
Nice. Yeah, now he's tapping to get my attention. What are you doing in there? Well, thanks everybody for being here, and thanks for helping us on Super Tuesday. Can't talk. Giving Tuesday, and Sugar, there's the Sugar. Sugar, you gonna say goodbye? You gonna say goodbye? Hi. Hi, everybody.
Science knowledge only adds to the excitement, the mystery, and the awe of a flower.
Evidence is evidence. It's public. Everybody can look at the evidence and assess it, and eventually, if there's enough evidence, come to the same conclusion.
The Chloe Sanctuary for Parrots and Cockatoos, a nonprofit charity dedicated to the empowerment of captive parrots and public awareness.